Okay, in this video we're going to look at how we can use Portia AI to create a outreach agent on LinkedIn. So this is going to be able to go to profiles, assess if they meet criteria, and then make connection requests. Let's see how it's done. Okay, so what I've made here is a little LinkedIn outreach agent. So basically what it allows you to do is pop messages in this document that maybe you've received from someone about someone you should reach out to. So in this case, I am potentially going to reach out to this guy Munir. And what it does is it assesses against a set of criteria that someone can specify for their own particular use case. So in this case, we've got a number of universities and things like that. And then as a consequence, it will choose whether or not to send them a connection request. And in this particular case, it says, okay, great experience, would love to connect and discuss further. So that's the core of what the system does. And then if I switch over to the code that powers it, this is what we've got here. So you can see that it's got two Portia runs here. So we've spun up Portia as per normal. It's got a config. In this case, I'm using the Portia storage cloud, and we've got the normal tool registry as well as a browser tool here, which is a new feature that we've introduced, and this allows you to use browser tools in the same way as kind of our regular Portia tools, including authentication, as we'll see. So what I'm doing here is I've got a couple of plans that I'm running through, which I've got in text files. So the first one, essentially what it says is go to the Google document that I just showed, retrieve any LinkedIn URLs and output them. So pretty simple agent, that one. And then this research agent is a bit more complicated. So it takes that second Google document that I showed and according to the criteria works out which fields need to be extracted from the profile, and then it actually goes to that LinkedIn profile and returns the data. Then it does the categorization, and then finally it sends the actual connection request there. So let's kick the agent off then. So if we run this, the first thing it's going to do is generate a plan for that first step, and I'm going to switch over to the dashboard to see that. So we will see in a second that it started that first plan, and we can have a look at this. So pretty straightforward in terms of the first thing that it's doing here. It's just got that two-step plan, and we can keep up with what it's doing as it goes through. You can see that it's actually managed to extract the URL from that document as we wanted, and so it will have moved on to that second plan, which we can now probably see if we refresh here. So in a second, it's going to kick that one off. So that's the second plan. And this one, as we saw, is a little bit more complicated. So it's got a number of different steps with different tools associated with it. It's got to process that criteria document, visit the profile that we discussed, and so it's going to go off and start doing that. Now, if we see where it's got to, what we'll see in a second is that it's going to change to require me to log in to LinkedIn. So let's see if it's got there yet. Still running through some stuff. Let's see what it's actually doing in the code. Okay, so it is now actually going through the browser tasks, and we can see that here it uses browser use for the browser tasks under the hood, and also browser base. So in a second, it will tell me that it needs for me to log in order for it to get all the information. So we'll just give it a moment for it to work through that. Okay, so it's now got to the point where it needs me to sign in, and you can see that it's produced a clarification, and I can click on that to go forward. It's going to open that in browser base, which is a little bit small over here, but let's make it bigger. And I can enter my email and password for LinkedIn, which I'm going to do now. Okay, and then I'm going to click sign in, and you can see I've got a multi-factor check here, but that's absolutely fine because this is a human in the loop process. So I'm going to say, yes, that's me, and it's going to load that up as if I have logged into LinkedIn, because I have. So then I'm going to tell the agent to kick off again, and it's going to continue going through that. Now we can actually watch what it does here. So if we continue looking at this page, we'll hopefully see it starting to navigate through various bits of this. Okay, so Browser Use is a very cool open source library, uses a combination of computer vision and DOM navigation, and hopefully we'll see it has decided to go to Munir's profile, which is great. And it will continue to work through that to gather the information that it needs to do the next step. Okay, so we can see that it's extracted a bunch of information from Munir's profile here, and then it's going to pass that to the next step in order to actually judge the criteria that we saw in that document. So you can see here it's executing the third step using the criteria document and the LinkedIn profile data, evaluate whether or not it should do the connection request. So we can also follow along within the dashboard here. And again, if I refresh here, we can see that. Okay, and now if we switch back, we can see that it has once again kicked the browser tool open again, because it has decided, based on the information that it had, that it should send that connection request, which is absolutely right, because there was a matching company within the list of companies there. So hopefully if we now go back to the browser tool, we can watch as it hopefully actually sends this connection request to Munir. So it's just assessing the boxes, and now it's going to enter the message that we constructed. Which it's done correctly, and then it's going to press the send button, which will complete its task. And perfect. You can see that that has changed to pending, which it will also recognize, and it will consider that completed. All right. I hope that was a fun example. We'll just watch it wrap this up now. All of this code is available as per usual on our agent examples repo. And I hope you will try it out and let us know what you think.